the contact theory or hypothesis or the intergroup contact theory, which was developed by a social psychologist, Gordon Allport, in 1954, is one of the most predominant and important theories in the field of human communication, especially intergroup communication. The theory became famous because at the same time in 1954, there were some important activities and fights against prejudice and discriminations, which undermined the human rights and everything in the United States. Before 1955, schools and all public facilities were divided based on the racial differences, especially between blacks and whites, and there were fundamental prejudice and discriminations in the United States. And actually, based on 1896 decision of United States Supreme Court, it was legal. Actually, the prejudice and discrimination was legal in the separation of facilities between colored and white people was legal. Actually, it was a very bad decision and based on the discrimination and prejudice. That's why when different studies and different works begin to help people to decrease the level of prejudice and discrimination, in the right time, Allport's contact theory became very famous and very successful. Actually, Allport introduces four main steps or stages in his theory to help individuals from different groups to be successful in their daily interaction. The first step or stage is shared contact. This means that when people as human beings they see one another, they start to contact with one another, with each other. And before that, there were some limitations between or among blacks and whites, and that's why this theory encourages to people of different groups, different racial groups, to interact with one another. And the second step or stage is competition. It means that when individuals, human beings interact, they try to show they are some who, and they try to show their abilities and skills. And the third stage or step is accommodation. It means that when people try to show some of their abilities, their skills, and their realities, and become aware of other people's skills, abilities, and personal characteristics, they accommodate in the reality. And the fourth and final step or stage of Allport's contact theory is assimilation. Actually, assimilation means when people or the individuals completely know standard norms and things and completely become aware, and they assimilate or they integrate with one another based on some mutual and shared things, values, and interest. And also, Allport introduces four conditions for his theory to be successful, or he also introduces four conditions or main conditions for individuals who are belong to different racial backgrounds or groups to be successful in their daily interactions. The first condition is the existence of equal rank between or among the communicators. It means that the communicators should be in an equal rank, like students, soldiers, or any who share the same rank to be successful. The second one is shared interest. There would be some shared interest. When students interact with one another, they have shared interest to increase their collaboration, to help one another in the way of studying. And also, the third condition is collaboration between group members or between individuals in a group. It means that when individuals or people who are in the same group or have intergroup interaction with different people, when they have more intergroup collaboration, they would be more active. And the last one is some formal supports, like support by law, by conditions, and by environment, because before 1954 there were some very, very limitations and problems for colored people to interact with white people, or have collaborations with them, and even to participate in their schools and universities, because by law they were prohibited to enter in their own different buses, different schools, different universities, and different everything. Actually, under the slogan of separate but equal, but actually with separation it cannot be equal. There were fundamental discriminations and prejudices in this theory. At the same time, by starting some helpful and important activities and fights against such discriminations, became very famous. And now, actually, the contact theory is one of the most important effective theories in the field of human communication, especially intergroup communication, but based different aspects of Western liberal communication context and cultural values in Western socialist and also collectivistic communicative context and cultural values. There would be some differences. In some cases, it would not be very, very helpful and effective in the eastern parts of the world, but it is very effective in the western part of the world. I am Dr. Abdul Qahar Sarwari. If you think such videos and informations are helpful, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.